Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 16 of my Montreal Expos 2004 OOTP playthrough. We are coming off of a disappointing season, or I should say disappointing. I shouldn't say disappointing season. I should say disappointing playoff run after getting swept in the NLDS, despite having the best record in baseball and scoring the most runs in baseball, and then only putting up 4 runs in 3 games. I don't need to go over it too much more, I don't think. Let's just get right into this offseason. We got the first-year player draft coming up, so let's just get right to it. We are going to have the 15th pick as a result of us losing in the first round. That actually surprises me. I thought, no, there's no way. We should have a much lower pick than that, I feel like. It's a little weird. I don't know why we have the 15th pick, but yeah, not going to complain. So I didn't even look at this draft class. I know it has like Steven Strasburg in it. It's got Chris Sale, Giancarlo Stanton. Definitely some pretty good studs. But let's go to the next pick by Montreal, see who's still available. Alright, and let's look at all batters. We know where the strength in our farm system is, and that is in the pitchers, so we definitely want to look at batters if we can. And it's not even... There we go. So... Alright, not great. Let's look at the draft logs he's been taken. So Lucroy, Santana, Arrieta, Strasburg, Nova, Minor, Stanton, Beachy, Vance Worley, Josh Donaldson, catcher Josh Donaldson, Freddie Freeman, Alan Craig, Pedro Alvarez, and Lucas Duda. So the question is, do we want to go after like a 3.5-star outfielder like Desmond Jennings, or even Casper Wells, who I think was DFA'd like 14 times last season in real life, or do we want to go after, we can get a pitcher like Corey Lupke. Looks like he's probably going to be a bullpen guy anyway. And after that, it's just 3.5-star pitcher. So I definitely think I want to go with the batter. And I think I'm going to go with Desmond Jennings. Let's go with batters. Yeah, I think I'll go with Desmond Jennings. Ike Davis is also pretty good. I'd like to get, actually, Ike Davis's batting ratings are a little bit better than Jennings's are. Jennings doesn't really play great defense. Yeah, I think I actually might go Ike Davis here just because of the ratings. I think he'll be a better hitter. Jason Hayward, he was a stud when he was picked, but not here. So let's go with, ooh, I don't know, actually, Chris Carter. This is Michael Brantley. I don't know. I just have like something's like pulling me towards Jason Hayward. He's got a good eye. He's not like, doesn't have like the defensive ratings that he would otherwise. I don't know, Jennings or Jason Hayward is the question. We're not going to be able to get both, I know that. Or, actually, it's between Hayward and Ike Davis. I don't know, I think Ike Davis's ratings are pretty solid. I think I'm just going to go with Ike Davis. So he just wants the slot, so we'll offer him the slot. He's an easy signing, too. And then, yeah, it's pretty bad after that. Pretty barren, I should say, after that. So let's go to starters, if anyone's left. Oops. There we go. So Lupke's still left. So we'll get Lupke in case he does turn into a starter. Worth the second-round pick when you consider the rest of the class. And then from here, I think we'll just probably look at relievers. Or maybe we can get Genmar Gomez, 2-star pitcher, because we have plenty of relievers. So let's go Genmar Gomez. We'll draft him. Oh, he was I just noticed it was impossible. He was like an impossible signee, so we'll see how that goes. We can still get... Nah, it's not even worth it. Let's... Alright, and there aren't even any good relievers left. So this was a pretty poor draft class. Let's just complete the draft. We're not going to be able to get anything at this point. Alright, let's do negotiate with draftees. So we're going to have to give Genmar Gomez a pretty nice sum of money. We still have a lot to give, though. So let's give him 400. I know, he wanted a lot, actually. His bonus demand is 1.1 million. Ooh, I don't know if we can offer that. I mean, I would, but like I'll even offer 1.2. But I don't think we can afford to do that. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't even think I'm going to offer these guys contracts. Oh, maybe I'll offer Jordan Brown a contract. He actually doesn't look too bad. Meet demand. And Michael Cohn. Yeah, why not? Just meet the demands. We'll get a second-round pick back for Gomez next year, or a third-round pick. But we get Davis and Corey Lupke. It's not too bad. Davis will help us out, I think. He could step in right away. The question is, where would that happen? I mean, we have Dudley Greer, but Greer can play corner outfield. He's actually better if he plays corner outfield, which could make another one of our outfielders expendable, but we sort of already have a depth of outfielders. I mean, maybe this is the offseason to trade a guy like Carlos Quentin He's got 2 years of team control left. Or we could unload Milton Bradley's big contract. He's under contract for a couple more years, 2 more seasons after this. So him and Quentin have the same amount of control, team control time left. Dukes is cheaper. I think he might actually hit arbitration this year, though. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. Just gives us more options. We can always platoon Davis, too. Like in real life, you know, like platoons for the most part. At least that's what he did in Pittsburgh last year. Wow, season score of 109. Nice. And let's see, Ike Davis, he's going to sign. So new budget, $93 million. I think that's a little bit further up than what it was. Review of season goals. All right, so let's take a look at the screen. I know we didn't accomplish all his goals, but we also won 106 games or whatever. So yeah, he hoped that we made the playoffs, but he didn't actually expect it, so that's good. Yeah, he was kind of upset about that. I guess Ubaldo Jimenez is not a National League great player. We didn't increase profits, but we did make the playoffs, and he's satisfied overall. Next year is a new year, though, so he wants an upgrade at shortstop. This is stupid. We have Dan Ugla. We don't need an upgrade at shortstop. Hopefully we'll get a winning record. Total balance of $11 million to reach the World Series in the next 5 years. Okay, that's just stupid. It's a little bit frustrating that they force things on you like that when they don't need it. It'd make more sense if it was like upgrade, you know, your starting rotation, or I don't know, upgrade your. I don't know. We don't really have any holes in our lineup, but. All right, so the task this offseason is definitely going to be to upgrade our rotation. That is really where we are lacking. I think that's pretty much been the downfall of our team. I know we didn't score runs in the postseason, but our starters also didn't play that well, or didn't pitch that well. They really didn't give our offense a chance. So I definitely think that is the way we got to go. So let's look at salary arbitration. So Brad Fulmer's going to be free agent. I'd like to get him back if we can get him cheap. We want $1 million. We really don't have too much money to spend, so I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, we really don't have any money to spend, so I'm not gonna give him that. Jimenez would be nice to lock up for a little while. We just made a big trade getting him. He only wants a 1-year deal. I don't think he's gonna talk extension quite yet. So we'll just offer him arbitration for now. He's probably gonna get a pretty hefty chunk of change. We'll offer him 7. See if he takes it. Cam Lowry, we're not going to bring back. He's the guy we traded someone for. I forget who. Oh, Tony Clark. We don't need him. He's pretty horrible. Irvin Santana, we definitely want back. He is not looking for too much money, surprisingly enough. We'll offer him 4.5. He is entering the last year of team control. I'd really like to extend him. Okay, so he's open to an extension. I'm not going to give him 9 years, but I will give him. So let's start it with 2 years. We'll do 4.5 in the first year, and then we'll bump this to. I don't know, we can go really cheap, maybe 6, and get him for like 5 years under that. I don't think he's going to take that. Oh, we don't have the money available. All right, well, we should free up the money to do that, because I think he'll take some cheap money. Jerry Blevins is going to make 1.6 or something along those lines. We'll bring it back for now, so we don't need Cordero, don't need Del Carmen. McCarthy we'll bring back, not Thornton. Papelbon we're probably going to trade. He's a year away from free agency, plus he's going to make a lot of money, so we'll definitely trade Papelbon. Malcolm Ray is going to hit arbitration. That's too bad. He's going to make a pretty good amount of money. He just hit 38 home runs for us. Robles we don't need back. Ugla is going to get a bit of a bump. Dukes, Greer's not going to make anything. Oh, because he got hurt. No, he didn't. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I'll offer you that. Okay, we don't even have the money to do that. Whatever. Quentin, yeah. So we'll leave all that. And let's take a look at the team. Oh, why is our thing the Nationals again? Shouldn't be. Team settings. I have switched this up like multiple times. I don't know why it keeps reverting back. Expos. And we are in Canada. We are in Montreal. There we go. And I want this to be whatever. I'm not even going to worry about it. But let's go to salaries. So our payroll is already at $84.7 million. If we wanted to shed some. So, I mean, we could look to trade an outfielder like Bradley, but I don't really know. Like, I'm pretty sure Elijah Dukes can't really play center field. Yeah, so, like, he's really our only guy who can play center field defensively, so that wouldn't make too much sense. Trading Josh Beckett is an option because he's been so unproductive. But I don't know. It's just we made such an investment with that trade and to get him, and it's like not really sure if that's the wisest idea. But the obvious guy to trade is Papelbon. This screen's gonna take forever to load. I can already tell. All right, so yeah, the problem with trading a guy like Papelbon is you're not going to get good value in return, and as you can tell, the offers are not very overwhelming to say the least. But we might be able to find a trade. But we could also pick up. This is like a 3-star third base prospect. That's not too bad. He's only 19 years old. In fact, that's probably a pretty good starting point. Let's go to the Astros right now and try to work out something here. I mean, I'd like a little bit more than this if I could, but I mean, when you just consider how devalued relievers are in this game, this isn't the worst return in the world. But yeah, we're way over budget. We've got to cut payroll, unfortunately. And let's see if we were to get David Lozano, if we could just throw in anyone. Try to pick him up as well. Come on. Alright, and it's not really going to happen. So, we can get Ken Matthews. I'll probably just do this. I really don't think we're going to be able to find anything better in this. And it cuts payroll, so let's do it. I don't think people are going to be too happy about that, but it's just sort of what we got to do. Papelbon had a couple pretty good years for us. 2 years. It was really good last year as an all-star. But tis just the way things go. Now what else do we want to do? There's something else I wanted to do. I forget. I need to hire some team staff, I believe. So I'll probably do that off camera, and I will cut ahead till we win some sort of award, or if not, then I'll cut ahead towards free agency. I'll be back. All right, so we did have a couple. Actually, we won a plethora of awards, to be honest. We won 3 Gold Gloves. Alfredo De La Garza, Miguel Cabrera, surprisingly enough, actually won one at third, and Milton Bradley won one in center. We had Papelbon come in third in the Best Reliever Award. We actually saw Jabba come in second, which was pretty cool. If you guys remember, Jabba did play for us for a little bit. Platinum Stick, which is just like Silver Slugger. Malcolm Ray won one. Alfredo De La Garza won one. Sean Moore won one at shortstop. That's nice to see. Elijah Dukes won one for left field. Just won a couple of those. Rookie of the Year, we didn't come in anything. We won the Manager of the Year, which is pretty nice. Got a little award for that or whatever. Didn't place in Cy Young or anything. And we were actually second in, I guess this is just best hitter. It's not MVP. But Cabrera came in just ahead of Sean Moore. Nice to see. Although I can almost guarantee you Sean Moore probably won a Gold Glove somewhere. So anyway, that is that. So let's keep simulating here. We're not too far away from free agency, so we will just stay with the video here. But yeah, one bonus I did get from trading Papelbon was I was able to offer Genmar Gomez a bit more money, although he still did not sign. But was a nice little treat, I guess, to see that we were doing adequate in cutting payroll. All right, so yeah, guys got a pretty good amount of money here. I don't think we still have the money to re-sign Santana. Oh man, now he wants like pretty good money. I mean, we can get this down to probably $8 million or something. Maybe even 7.5, but I don't think we're gonna have the money to offer him this kind of extension. He's 26, so like 5 years would be nice. Yeah, see, we just don't have the money available. Let's go to the front office salaries. Oh man, what is this? What are these payroll increases we're looking at next year? I don't get it. Our payroll's gonna be 96. It's already at 96 this year. We gotta shed something. I don't like. Where are the bumps coming from? Quinn's gonna go up, I guess. Dukes. Ugla. I mean, we're gonna have to downgrade at shortstop if anything. This is the problem. We just haven't had the young guys come up in a little while. We haven't had a big influx of like young cheap guys to play. That's why I think we just got to get Ike Davis in there. I mean, we play Ike Davis at something like first base, move Greer to a corner outfield spot, and we can shed a bunch of salary that way. Because you just need the young guy. Ooh, look at that. Corey Lupke's actually already a 4-star. Ooh, and he's gonna be a starter too. Nice. So, wow, that's actually really good. I did not think that was going to happen. So we can get Lupke in there. So this is how we're going to have to shed money. We're going to have to definitely going to trade John Lackey, that's for sure. Take 15 cents on the dollar if we have to. And the screen, I got to cut out again. All right, so I found a deal that is probably going to be the first in a series of moves. So I was looking to unload some money from our starting rotation. And I originally went straight to John Lackey and actually was going to try and do this deal with the Brewers here. And it's basically just doing whatever I can to get John Lackey off of our payroll. And it makes sense, $5 million, 31 years old. He'll, just wasn't that great last year and is hard to trade. He's a 2.5-star player. So it made sense to try and trade him, and I was going to, jump through all these hoops, and I was going to involve me flipping Neftali Feliz, who was our best reliever last year, for Pat Neshek, who's just not quite as good as Neftali Feliz, although he's pretty good in his own right. But instead, I just decided, well, this is stupid. If John Lackey doesn't have this much value, that's just because, other teams are being stupid. So I got a little more creative, and I started to shop around George Jens, who is 2 years younger. Actually, almost exactly 2 years younger, because I think John Lackey's birthday is in October. And makes a little bit more money. It's basically the same player. I mean, he's got 4-star potential, but let's, face facts. He's never going to realize that at this point. And he's had some decent years with us. He had 5.2 wins above replacement a couple years ago. But, I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that much better than John Lackey. And if he's going to get us this much more value, whereas we were going to basically have to give away John Lackey and then downgrade at reliever, what we're doing here is giving up Jens, Ron McCrane, and Jesse Litcher, these 2 half-star prospects. And then Don Flanagan, who's a 26-year-old, wasn't that good last year. Not really quite sure what he's ever going to be. He's got 2.5-star potential. We're going to get Colby Rasmus. And what Rasmus is going to allow us to do is probably trade Milton Bradley, because he's just too pricey for us at this point. And this is just, part of that process that we need to start of getting these cheap, cost-controllable guys on this team again. That's something that, we've just gotten away from. We've overpaid, or we haven't overpaid, but we've just paid too many of our guys. And we've got to get another influx of young talent back in this team, and this is one way we're going to do it. So, again, it's not a move that I don't think a lot of people are going to agree with, but it's just something we have to do. We just can't bring back the same group. Our owner's going to fire us if we do that. So, all right, we get Colby Rasmus, and now the next step of things. And we have a lot of pitchers, too. I mean, that's the other thing with trading a guy like Jens, is we have so many pitching prospects. I mean, we're going to have Rick Porcello probably join the rotation this year. It looks like he might be that 5th guy, but past that, I mean, I think Samardzija's probably going to be a bullpen guy, it looks like, although he's got starter stuff. He's probably going to join the bullpen this year, though. We'll see how he does. We got Corey Lupke. I mean, Lupke probably should join the rotation, too, which means, maybe we should trade another starter away. Like, we just have all these pitchers that are ready to come up, and not any position players who are ready to come up, and that's a problem. So, all right, next step of things is probably going to be to deal Milton Bradley. We'll see what we can get for him, though. If we can't get anything for him, then we'll have to look elsewhere. All right, well, here was a door I did not even realize was going to be open, but I'd kind of been struggling to find some good offers for Milton Bradley. I think he should hold a pretty fair amount of value. He's got 2 years left on a pretty nice contract. 31 years old. He'll be 32, pretty close to opening day next year, so it's sort of understandable why you might be hesitant to, invest in him if you're like a team looking to build for the future. But here's a team that's offering Roberto Trinidad. Yes, the Milwaukee Brewers. We can get this guy, this young stud of an outfielder. Look at that potential. Oh boy. This could be pretty nice for us. He's got almost, I'm not sure if that's enough service time to even accumulate a year. It doesn't even look like it. He only had 44 ABs. Or 44 games, I should say. So it looks like we're going to have this guy for like 6 years of team control. It's going to cost us a pretty fair amount, though. Rick Porcello as well is going to be going over to Milwaukee in the deal. I think that's worth giving up, though. I talked before about our plethora of starting arms. Brad Rigney, 1-star potential catcher, pretty garbage. And Brendan Sullivan, 1.5-star potential starting pitcher. So it's really Milton Bradley and Rick Porcello for Roberto Trinidad, but that is a deal well worth doing, I believe. I am pretty excited. Another guy I actually do kind of want to see if I can pick up a guy like Pat Neshek in this too. Don't think we're going to be able to, but it's worth a shot. Never know. Sometimes you can get these relievers for pretty cheap on top of guys like Trinidad in deals like this. But yeah, that's not happening. All right, so let's just do this deal. Now, obviously, we just traded for 2 center fielders. Trinidad can play multiple positions, but if I look at the pitching staff, so we're going to have Lupke up. Let's just bring him up right now, because we know we're going to have this guy in our rotation. He looks like he's going to be pretty darn good. So put him, let's see, where's Lupke? Right here. So he's going to be in there. Lackey, Beckett, Jimenez. I mean, there's room for an upgrade here if you wanted to upgrade a guy like Beckett. We think we have a solid, we have 3 solid pitchers right here, Santana, Jimenez, and Lupke. These other 2 guys I'm not so sure of. Beckett he's still got 2 years left under contract. But But, I mean, there's definitely room, there's an opportunity there to upgrade at a spot like that. Now, also, you know, Jimenez is going to be making a pretty hefty penny soon. Here's one thing I do want to look at, actually, is if I can start looking at can I now offer an extension for Santana? I would love to. I don't think we can, though. Nope, we cannot. Maximum allowable contract for 2010 is $5 million. So we still have to unload more salary if we want to lock up some guys. So let's go back to salaries. So yeah, as you can see, still an uptick. Yeah, I think, I mean, definitely, you know, instead of trading Colby Rasmus, I mean, I think it makes more sense to trade Carlos Quinton or Elijah Dukes. Even if Rasmus might be a better player, you know, it's really all about the money at this point, the money that those guys are making. And it's just, unfortunately, appears to be a little too much. Wow, Greer is not projected to make a lot of money. That's nice. But, yeah, Santana, Lackey, Dukes. I mean, Quinton's going to make about, I think he's already, his 2010 salary is only going to be 5.7. Dukes is really good for us last year. Dukes and Quinton were both really good. I'd love to keep them, but I just don't know if that's going to, you know, be a realistic possibility. Because now we have an extra outfielder. That's the thing. And, you know, even though Rasmus and even Trinidad might be worse than a couple of those guys, it just makes more sense to go with the cost-effective ones. So I don't know. Maybe we'll shop both Dukes and let's simulate ahead of day. Dukes and Quinton, and just see what we can get for them. I really don't know who I'd rather keep. All right. Well, this is not something I saw coming, but it is something I'm gonna jump at the opportunity of doing here. This is a mega deal, to say the least, and this is a cost-cutting mega deal that also gets us one of the best pitchers in baseball, Clayton Kershaw. And yes, that is the guy we have been looking for, Clayton Kershaw. Now, why would the Yankees give up Clayton Kershaw? Why would they give up Dave Potter, too, 3.5-star center fielder? Well, take a look at the plethora of guys we're giving back to him. So this started as me going around looking for deals for Carlos Quinton and Elijah Dukes. And I noticed how much money the Yankees had and how much interest they had in both these guys. And thought, hey, let me package them. And then I started working with their starters. And I've illustrated before how many good starting pitchers they have. Hernandez, Kershaw, A.J. Burnett. And then there's a bit of a drop-off after that. But nonetheless, yeah, so I've illustrated that before. And I basically went straight to Kershaw because I looked at Hernandez and he already had more service time. And to me, that just means he's going to get pricey quicker, whereas Kershaw, he's going to get pricey, but we still have him for 4 years of team control, whereas Hernandez only has 2. And we're going to have up Carlos Quinton, Josh Beckett, Ubaldo Jimenez, and Elijah Dukes. Now, Jimenez, unfortunately, I have to throw in there too. He's also getting pretty pricey, so it's not the worst thing in the world to shed his salary. But this is really a cost-cutting move. We're also getting a really, obviously a really good pitcher. And Dave Potter is almost a throw-in. This is the guy they've basically been offering up for Dukes and Quinton, and he really didn't cost much. So if we didn't do Potter, then we also wouldn't have to do Elijah Dukes. And instead we could do, I think this is going to give us a list of pretty good players, but I know one combo we can do is like Mike McEwen and like Billy Butler. So a little bit less than that, but, you know, at this point, because we're getting a guy like Potter, you know, I don't feel bad, and, you know, even without Dukes and Potter, let's say we trade Dukes and don't get Potter, we still have 3 outfielders. Now we have 4 outfielders. So let's do this. I know, big trade. Hopefully that's the nationally popular player the freaking owner was looking for. I mean, he's pretty popular. Yeah, he's extremely popular. So come on, let's get some bonus points for that. But now what it allows us to do is, again, we have 4 outfielders still. We traded, let's see, we have Rasmus, we have Trinidad, we have Dudley Greer. Maybe we only have 3 outfielders, actually. I thought we were going to have 4 outfielders after all this, but I could be wrong. Let's go to the Major League roster. Let's go by position. Rosado, Greer. Oh, okay. I guess we only have 3 outfielders. Never mind. But still, so now we have... Oh, no. Yeah. We have 4 outfielders. Greer, Potter, Trinidad, and Rasmus. Now the question is, which one of these guys do we want to trade to try and beef up our rotation again? Because that's basically... I mean, this is all just asset management. That's all I'm doing here is just flipping assets, for cheaper assets that maybe cost more because they are cheaper, but at the same time, you know, get 4 outfielders, get a hole in your starting rotation, and it's not hard to figure out what you got to do there. So the question is, Potter probably has less value than all these guys. I kind of want to keep Greer, even though he's closer towards making money. But the thing is, now we can probably extend Greer. We have a lot of money for extensions, so we can probably extend him. So the question is, what Potter fetches us? What Potter fetches us versus Rasmus or Greer. I'm definitely going to hold on to Trinidad because he is the stud of the group, and he's hopefully going to make up for some of the loss of our outfielders. And then we'll have Mike Davis play first base, and we already got our infield all set. So, you know, the team is still going to be pretty good, I think. And now that we have Clayton Kershaw, hopefully, you know, we probably won't score as many runs as we did last year, but I think we'll still be able to score enough. And then along with our revamped pitching staff, which is going to be, you know, Kershaw, Santana, Lubke is our 1, 2, 3, and then Lackey down there along with probably someone else. That's kind of what I'd like to do with one of our outfielders is trade for another starter, hopefully like a top 3 or 4 starter. But yeah, that's something I'm going to have to do off camera once again. So one more time we're cutting out here, but hopefully this will be the last big trade we have to make. Alright, so I've actually decided against immediately trading one of our 4 outfielders for another starter, just because it doesn't hurt to have the depth. Plus, I don't think it's a dire need to get another pitcher in here. Plus, we have a ton of money to explore for the free agent market because we've actually cut so much salary that we have money to spend now for the first time in a while. So the first thing I want to do is let's just figure out who we have for now. So we know Santana, Lubke, and Lackey are going to be there, and we know Kershaw is going to be there as well. Let's get all these guys on our active roster. Potter, Trinidad, and Rasmus as well. Rasmus, extreme pull hitter. And Roberto Trinidad. I have to do that. And, so, alright, we still have, you know, we have room for one more starter on the staff. It's probably going to be something like that. I also want to start thinking about extensions for guys, so, like, definitely Santana. Let's try to lock him up. Okay, so now he wants more money by the day, it seems. Let's get this down to 1 year to start. $8 million for 5 years. I doubt he's gonna take something like this, but nope. What about let's bump this up, and so let's do $9 million for. He's still pretty happy. I mean, I don't really know if I want to go too much more than this. Let's do $9.5 million. Oops. There we go. For 5 years past this. Actually, we'll do 4 years if we can. We're pretty close in money. Is there anything you can... Oh, so, alright, he's pretty close. I think he's going to want 10, which is fine. I'll give him 10. I'm only going to do it for 4 years, though. Oh, wow. No, he really wants something. Alright, well, we're going to shelf these negotiations then. Let's go to... Who else do we want to... Oh, how about Dudley Greer? Because if we can get Greer locked up on a really cheap deal, I think we can... Oh, no. Go back. I'm not sure if he's going to want an extension past this year, though. It does not look like it. Let's do a 2 year... Or $2 million. Whoops. I mean, would he even take like a 3 year, 4 year deal like this? He's 27. Yeah, so he just wants a short contract for now. That's fine. It's understandable. Let's go back to team home screen. Front office salaries. So Santana actually, oh no, that's possibly, yeah, so that's going to be free agent. So he's going to be free agent. But other guys we want to renew, or want to re-up, I should say. Ugla, maybe. He's 29. He doesn't want anything past next year as it is. De La Garza is going to be up soon. We're going to want to extend him when we can. Ray, I mean, I don't really know if I really want to extend Malcolm Ray, to be honest. So, yeah, we don't really have money we want to spend. I mean, it was really just Santana as the guy I wanted to extend. Ray's going to have a big duty in the middle of our lineup this year. He's really going to have to produce what he did last year again if we want this team to be good. But hopefully he can. He's had pretty good years in the past. So, alright. So let's go to free agency. Check this out. The question is, what do we want to do here? I've already looked at it a little bit. I've offered some contracts to some young guys, minor league free agents or whatever. It's because this game still, I don't know why it does it, but this game still has these like, you know, 5-star pitching prospects or 4.5-star pitching prospects that are available in free agency. So I try to snatch up a couple of those guys. But the real guy I was looking at here is Zach Greinke. So he's 26 years old. He's 4-star pitcher, 4.5-star potential. Only looking for around $9 million a year. He's 26, so you know that could be a fairly solid contract, I would think. And then other guys, I mean, there's Ian Kinsler down here for like $1 million. I mean, you know, if you get a guy like Kinsler, you know, could move a guy like Ugla. The question is, I don't really think Delagarde can play shortstop, so I don't really know if that makes too much sense to do. Looks like Kinsler got a non-tendered. That's pretty surprising. By who? Florida? No, who was he with? Milwaukee. Oh, Milwaukee non-tendered him. Surprising. They had a ton of money. They just made a deal with them to give him Bradley. That's really weird. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, there's some other cheap guys down here too. But yeah, I think Greinke's a good guy to go after. Now, the only thing with him is he's a Type A free agent, which means we probably got to give up a draft pick. But you know, getting a guy like Greinke, what that would allow us to do is not have to trade one of our outfielders for a pitcher, whereas instead we could just trade one of those for a prospect, which kind of makes the giving up the Type A, giving up our first round draft pick a little bit, you know, nicer. So, I mean, I think it's overall could be worth doing. The question is, what kind of contract can we get Greinke under? And, you know, hopefully this won't hinder our chances of paying Santana, but at the same time, if we get a guy like Greinke, we don't necessarily have to pay a guy like Santana. So, you know, if you just think, I mean, it's sort of hard to follow, but, I mean, in my head, I get it. It's just asset management. That's all it is to me. So let's get this down to 1 year. So he wants about 8. Let's do, or he wants about 9, so we'll give him 9. He's 26, so let's do 5 years at 9. Boy, I wonder if we could even get this down to 8, to be honest. Let's try to do it down to 8. 5 years, $40 million. That's a fair offer. All right, so we'll see how it goes. Greinke would be a pretty good get, I think. So we'll see how this goes. He's pretty much the only guy we're going to go after. I do believe... Oh, we got the Rule 5 draft coming up as well. So let's go here. Rule 5 draft. The Marlins got this one guy from the Rule 5 draft a couple years back. He's a freaking stud now. He's got 20 I/discipline. So we'll see. I don't think we have anyone in the draft here, although it's possible. We'll go by potential, though, just to make sure. Alright, so there are some good potential guys. Yeah, so Court Hope, he's probably not going to get taken, but we might want to protect him anyway. So let's put him on the 40-man, considering it might be... Well, I don't know, it's looking more and more like he's a reliever as it is, but let's go back. I saw another guy, Reeves. We might leave Reeves out to hang here. I don't want to put too many... Yeah, he's 25. We can lose him. I won't really mind. Ken Matthews, we definitely want to keep. I doubt someone snatches him up, but rather be safe than sorry. Plus, we just traded a bunch of guys, so we have the 40-man room, to be honest. And we'll see if anyone else, I think that's going to do it, though. Wow, Ben Zobrist, 28 years old. Yeah, all right. Clay Bradley, 23. We should probably keep Clay Bradley. Plus, he's already a star and a half now, so it doesn't hurt. Could see time next year as it is if guys get hurt, or if we just have holes in our rotation. Sean Hill. Do we have Sean Hill? I don't even remember. I don't think so. All right, so let's go to the next pick. Hopefully we don't lose anyone. Yeah, this Rule 5 draft moves pretty slow. I apologize for that. So let's go by overall. That's really what we care about. Since you got to keep these guys on the 25-man as it is, not really looking for. Is that John May? Wow. But Larry, so we could go a guy like Larry Bigby, left-handed outfield bat. Could be a bench guy. Kind of like that actually. Bigby, David DeJesus as well. I'm just looking at their ratings based on this. DeJesus is probably a bit better defensively. I didn't really want to click on that screen. I knew it was going to go slow. I'm stupid. Oh well, DeJesus or Bigby. We'll click on it anyway. And Bigby's pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll take Larry Bigby. He was pretty good in AAA last year. Yeah, so let's get Bigby. He can be a backup outfielder for us. Him and Billy Butler would be a nice bench duo, especially because we're not going to bring back Brad Fulmer. So we will do this. Come on. Did I drop him already? I did. Big B. There we go. Draft him. And if we can find a backup catcher. Actually, no, I already know who's going to be our backup catcher next year, so I don't have to worry about that. So our bench is all set, and we know we don't need anyone in the bullpen, so we're just going to skip the rest of the draft. And I don't think we lost anyone. Cool. So we'll probably skip ahead here. I'll let you know if anything happens, if we get Greinke or not, and that will then we'll be back. All right, well, that was pretty quick. Greinke signed, and yeah, they receive a first-round draft pick from your team. And yeah, our draft pick is not going to be in the first half of the first round, I don't believe. So yeah, we do lose our first-round draft pick. That is all right, though, because what I'm going to do is hopefully trade Dave Potter or one of our outfielders for one. But I'm not going to do that quite yet because we just don't need to at this point. Because, you know, if I trade an outfielder now and then a guy gets hurt in the first week of the season, misses the entire year, I'm going to be kicking myself. So we will hold on to our guys for now, and that is pretty much it. I think I'm about ready to skip ahead through the rest of this offseason. We'll just take one final look at the offseason center. And well, just drop this thing I was playing with in my hand. But no, this trainer for Jimenez Dillas is not Ubaldo Jimenez, I can promise. I thought the same thing when I saw it, but yeah, so we get Greinke. That is a pretty nice contract. Anyone else here we're thinking about? So we still have $19 million to play with, but I want to hold on to a majority of that if I can. The question is, you can find any good values here. I mean, our owner wanted us to upgrade at shortstops, so a guy like BJ Upton, but he wants $36 million a year, and he's coming off of a torn ACL. So that's just not going to happen. But the thing about now is, now that we've already, whoa, he's had some really good seasons though, Jesus. Yeah, the thing is, now that we've already given up our first-round draft pick, it's easier to sign other Type A free agents at this point. The question is, are there any that we really want? I mean, I kind of feel like just giving Ian Kinsler $1 million, yeah, no compensation. I mean, that's nothing. 2 year, I'll do 2 years, and then we'll bump it up to $700K. Why not? All right, so we'll try to do that. Because that's just, I mean, you know, not really one for throwing money around, but that's just money well spent in my book. Get a guy like that, gives you more depth, you can move other pieces around accordingly. All right, so these are the two young pitchers I was going after, Vincent Ware and Michael Young. I think both are 4.5 star potential, but one of them is, I think, going to be a reliever. But I think Young might be a starter, which would be a nice find. What about Kinsler? Anything on him? All right, so he still likes our deal. Got to put Greinke on the active roster. Man, I'm excited to have Greinke on the team. He wasn't that good last year, but still, ratings don't lie. So winter meeting start. Kinsler updates. Nope. Trade proposal from Chicago. Hideki Matsui for Scott Newman, a bunch of crap. Is Matsui any good is the question. Nope. And we do not need him. And let's keep going. So let's see till Kinsler hopefully signs. Nothing happened in the winter meetings. I should just cut out. Even if Kinsler doesn't sign, not a big deal. So I'll probably cut out from here till the beginning of spring training, and at that point I'll update you on what happened with Kinsler. Alright, so we're at the end of spring training. We got through it unscathed. No injuries whatsoever to report. That is pretty nice. A couple things I want to show you guys. So Hall of Fame voting. Cal Ripken is the only one to get in. And, yep. John Wetland falls off the ballots. Former Expo. Yeah, so that's that. Figure some of you probably wanted to see that. What else? We got Ian Kinsler. He signed 2 years. It's $1.6 million. So, yeah, I think here Cleveland upped the ante. So I gave him $800K a year. But 2 years pretty nice. Brad Fulmer signs with Chicago, I want to say. Yeah, the White Sox. So cool. Could have had him back. He only made $600,000, but whatever. He found his replacement in the Rule 5 draft, so it did not matter. And that is pretty much that. So I probably should have done this. Whatever. I'll do this on screen. Why the hell not? So let's let's cut our roster down now. We got to get it down to 40 guys. So the obvious choices: we will send down Bradley. We will send down Hamilton Courthope. Boy, I really should have done this off camera. Whoops, the daisies. But I really don't want to cut out again because I cut out too much already as it is. We're going to have to waive and DFA Carlos Dominguez. Well, in that case, we better shop him around because we might lose him for nothing. I don't know what he's going to get us, though. I think his value is pretty bonked, to be honest, which is too bad because he was another one of our prospects to just not pan out. All right, so I mean, we get a guy like Manuel Corpus making $4 million. Might just have better luck trying to waive and DFA him because all that was pretty garbage. Yeah, Dominguez was just a minor league free agent signing. I mean, yeah, we're just going to try and waive and DFA him. He's probably going to get claimed, unfortunately, but we'll see how it goes. Had opportunities to trade him in the past. It was foolish of me not to do it, to be honest, but let's send Hughes down. And Pineda's going to go down as well. And Chad Cordero, I can't believe you're still on the team. I think every year now I've like waived his rights or whatever. But okay, Del Carmen are going to send down, as well as Scott Feldman. Oh, we're going to have to waive and DFA him as well. And let's see, we've got 7 more cuts to make, but I know there's going to be more than that because I already, we want Ike Davis on the team. We might even want Rodriguez and Samardzija on there as well. We'll see how it goes, though. Nice, we're going to keep Rogers. I think we'll keep... do we keep Esmo Rogers over Henry Rodriguez or Jeff Samardzija is the question. We'll have to evaluate that later. Clements, we're going to send down. So we kept Blevin, so we don't need Boone Logan up. So we'll send Boone Logan back down right here. Oh, he's 2.5 star, though. Crap, this is going to be hard. Let's see. So Moss we're going to send down. We're going to have Rosado be our backup catcher this year. Send Ken Moss down. We got Malcolm Ray. Melvin Wood we do not need. Send him down. Send him to Double-A. Who else? Kinsler. Matthews we're going to send down. Demote. We're going to keep Kinsler on the team. We're going to keep Sterling Carter on the team. We're going to... Ooh, man, McEwen. So the thing I didn't think about Kinsler is he's probably going to take McEwen's roster spot. That's going to be another tough decision. Bigby, we're going to keep Butler. We're going to keep Rosado. We're going to keep Johnson. We're going to send down. Oops, we're going to have to waive and DFA him as well. And Potter, we're going to keep all these guys. So that's 27 guys. So we have to decide between Jerry Blevins and Boone Logan, as well as, I mean, we really don't have a choice but to send McEwen down. I mean, we could send like Butler down, keep McEwen up. Maybe that's a better idea because Butler doesn't really give us positional versatility as it is. So we'll send Butler down for now. He's probably going to be pretty unhappy about that, but we got to give McEwen a shot. I don't really know where he's going to play, but yeah, we'll get some at-bats at some points. So then we're probably just going to have to send Boone Logan down. Blevins, he's not going to get us anything in the trade, I don't believe. We'll shop him around if we can, but if not, I mean, we should have... You know, I probably shouldn't trade him away because we could use a third lefty reliever in case one of the two gets hurt. And Jonathan Nice is the other guy who would be a lefty in our bullpen. I mean, yeah, we could trade him for another reliever, but there's no need. So we'll just send, I don't know, do we send Blevins down or Logan down? It's a good question. Logan's pretty mad about not being in the bigs. In fact, he actually wants to be the closer. He's got good stuff, too. I think we should give him a shot. So we're actually going to send Blevins down. He's going to be furious, but that's all right. So that's 25 guys, so we can skip ahead now and get to the official start of the regular season. Then we'll worry about lineups and stuff, and I should probably stop playing. I've been playing with my control freaks in my hands. I just got these control freaks for my PS4 controller because my thumbs are like now too big for the... I've just like, you know, I've had a PS... Like I had a PS2 when I was like, I don't know, 7 years old, and I've just always used that controller, the PlayStation controller. And, yeah, now my hands are just too big for it. Just because I'm 18 now, so over the last 11 years, my thumbs have grown too big. So now I bought these control freaks, but I'm playing with them in my hand the entire time I've been recording this video, and I'm afraid I'm going to break them. But whatever. So let's set this up. We have a whole new outfield. Greer to Trinidad, and I think Potter will start out on the bench, because he's only a 3-star player as it is. Rasmus. Do we want Rasmus in center? We want Trinidad. Okay, we can put Trinidad in right. And Rasmus in center. Greer is best. Okay, he'd be fine in left or right. So we'll put Rasmus in center. And then we're going to put Potter on the bench. And we're going to have... So I want McEwen taking these games if he can. Sterling Carter's another guy we could use to flip for an asset if we need to. Like if we really wanted to go out and acquire another good starting pitcher, like Carter plus Potter is a pretty good start to a package. And we just have Kinsler for now. there isn't a whole lot of sense in having him on the roster, to be honest. But oh, we got to get Ike Davis up. I knew we had one extra guy. I knew we had one too many guys on our team. All right, we're gonna send Big B down then. We'll just release him. We don't need him because he would have been released anyway had we tried to send him down because he was a Rule 5 draft pick. So we'll put Ike Davis up. Yeah, I knew we were like missing someone. But let's get Davis in here so Davis can play first base. And can Kinsler play first? No, he can't. But we'll want Kinsler backing up second because he plays best there. Third, and we'll do Carter at short. How about that? Boom. There's your infield. There's your backup infield. And I don't know why they all just went away like that, but whatever. So Carter at short and McEwen at third. Boom. And I don't really know if anyone can play first here. I guess we'll put Greer as the backup first baseman. He can play there if Davis ever needs a day off, and then we'll just move Potter in. So who's not in the lineup right now? Oh, no, we do have everyone in the lineup. So the lineup, do we want Tobago? We probably want, I just called him Tobago, like Trinidad and Tobago. He's from Ohio. So we probably want him at the top of the lineup. De La Garza. I kind of like having De La Garza, maybe Greer here, and then Davis 5th. We can go Ray 6th, or we can go Ugla 6th. Maybe Ugla. He's been really good for us. Yeah, we'll go Ugla. Then Ray, Rasmus. I don't really know about Ike Davis hitting third for us, but I want to keep the lefty in there if we can. So yeah, let's say we do that. That's a nice lineup. Can we not put Greer as the backup? There we go. And pinch hitters. So we'll start with McEwen because I want to get him at bats. Then Potter. Then Rosado. And then we'll go Carter. All right, we'll copy and paste this to the lefty lineup because we're not doing any platoons or anything. And pitching-wise, so our 5th starter is going to be Greinke. Actually, he's going to be our 4th starter, I think. Do we want Lupke ahead of him? Yeah, we probably want Lupke ahead of him. I think Lupke's going to be a beast, to be honest. Like, I'm really excited. I know his stamina's not very high, but hopefully that builds up. So yeah, Kershaw, Santana, Lupke, Greinke. Maybe we could swap. Nah, it's fine, actually. And then, yeah, Feliz is going to be our closer this year. Setup man we'll give to Gregerson. And the rest are just going to be relievers, middle relievers. All right, and that's the team. So that is going to do it for this episode. It was a pretty lengthy off-season. I don't really know how long the video is going to turn out, but I've been recording for like an hour and a half. So that is that. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Hopefully I have the mid-season video out tomorrow. So this is going up on Wednesday. So Thursday I'll have the mid-season video, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hopefully we'll have, hopefully it'd be NLCS and World Series, but no guarantees. So anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out.